What's up guys, it's Tactic Game here today, and today's video is going to be on some Delta Force Hawkops, where we talk about, is Delta Force its own game at all? Now the reason I bring this up is because I've been seeing for the past couple months that some people from their other communities, such as like Battlefield and Call of Duty, where they do the kind of comparison thing because they're very skeptical for this game. And I believe in Battlefield 2042 its support has ended for the game. Well, not just yet, but it has ended technically. But they're looking for a game to play, and Delta Force happens to be one of those games to scratch the itch. Now on the Call of Duty side is about the quote-unquote stolen animations, and I just wanted to probably just address that, how I feel about that, and also the discussion about if this game is basically its own game or it's just copying or just a cheap knockoff of other games. Now guys, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone and talk about the comparisons and the is the game its own game. Now I understand that people have seen gameplay of this game or seen the trailers and they're like, it looks like Battlefield 2042, or that it looks too fast like Call of Duty. Now I understand that sentiment, especially people coming from games that aren't really doing well, especially for the Battlefield community. They had Battlefield 2042, which was not really a success. It really was a failure to the community. Now I would know because I actually play the game, so I know the whole story behind that. Now on the whole fast-paced thing, I think that's just to appeal to players from those genres, but I do understand the concerns of it being a cheap knockoff. I do understand that. Now in my own opinion, I would suggest play it first before making that assumption. Now it is going to be free to play, so you don't have to spend any money or hurt your pocket. Now what's coming with the game is a campaign, a multiplayer, and also an extraction mode. But I also understand some of the old time fans of Delta Force that remember the game being tactical and more hardcore in that sense. And the game hasn't been alive since like 15 years ago, and it coming back and it looks like your average first person shooter mainstream game. I understand that could be very off-putting to those people. I want you to understand that it's been 15 years ago since the heydays of Delta Force. Now I didn't play it back then, I wasn't even conceived or born back then, but my opinion to you would be to still try it out, because if you told me this like the game was like a certain way like 5 years ago or like recent, I would be like, okay, I understand what you're saying. But if you're telling me a game that's like that hasn't had a game in a long time, I'm not going to really think too much of it. I would rather you try the new game out and see how you feel about it. But it doesn't mean you actually have to download it and play it. You don't have to like it. I mean, if you don't like what you see, you don't like what you see. I understand it perfectly. Now, if you're coming from a different community, such as like Battlefield, I will tell you this, that this isn't Battlefield. This is Delta Force Hawkops. And I want to hone this in because I feel like nowadays in video games that simply get compared, even if they're not the same game or not even in the same category at all, especially when we haven't even played the game at all. So it kind of is frustrating to see people say, oh, it's just cheap knockoff of Battlefield or Call of Duty. It's just a little frustrating to me. Now that I'm done with that discussion there, I just want to talk about the quote unquote stolen animations that people are saying is coming from Delta Force. Now correct me if I'm wrong, they are the studio that currently made Call of Duty Mobile. Now I could understand why they put those animations in there, probably there, but I don't think they just up and stole those animations. In that case, they probably just took the same technique and was like, okay, we can use this, and it'd probably not be a big deal. Now in my honest opinion, I really just care about the game being good and actually fun to play. I'm not really too worried about animations that seem very similar to another game like Call of Duty. I'm not really worried about that. I think the main concern should be, is it fun? And that's all we should really care about at all. And is it actually stable to play once it comes out to PC and console as well? But if you want more information on the game, I will link the Discord in the description below, so make sure to check that out. But yeah guys, this is the end of the video. I just wanted to talk about some of the things that were going on with Delta Force Hawkops, some of the discussion about it. But what's your opinion on this? Let me know in the comments below. And you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell so you can see more videos of mine. And I really would appreciate it, and it really would help the channel out if you subscribe to the channel. So alright guys, it's Tactic Game here, and I'm out. Peace.